initially I was turned up. I wanted to turn the people up, so I had the T Grizzlies on there. You know what I'm saying? I had the Lola Brooks on there. I had the Polo G's on there. I was on some turned up shit, but after we found out like which direction we want to go with this album and which story we want to paint, I think the best way to paint it was for me to take over majority of the tracks, and that's what I did.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mackenzie. I'm the associate editor at XXL, and I'm here with one of the street's most treasured poets, I would say. I'm here with Mozzy. How's it going, man?
Man, I'm Platinum Edition. Appreciate y'all having me.
Absolutely. Tell me about Children of the Slums, man. How would you approach this project differently than you did with Survivor's Guilt?
This one right here, I cultivated this behind the walls. So I had a lot of time to spend with this. And I went in depth with this. I feel like this is a little more personal. As you can see from the cover alone, I got a lot of loved ones that lost their life, a lot of loved ones behind the walls. And so, I made this project kind of personal. I took a lot of features off. Initially, I had a lot of features on there. And, I just wanted to really get my message across. And so, so like that's like the key pointers as far as the big difference from the last project.
It's a pretty emotional project too, and a big theme of the project kind of seems to be relationships, whether it be friends, family, personal relationships. How have your relationships kind of changed as your career has gone on and you've gotten bigger as an artist?
Relationships, it gets spicy. It gets spicy. And I feel like that just because you financially stable, and I ain't the only one that had this particular dream. And so you try your best to share it with the loved ones who the day ones, not the dead ghosts. And so you almost feel financially responsible for everybody else's career or everybody else's startup. You feel financially responsible for the death in the community. It's like almost like a automatic. I love him the most, so I'm gonna make sure he get buried in a righteous manner. I'm gonna look out for his daughter now that he ain't here. I'm gonna look out for his mama. I got a nonprofit organization called Provide for Your People, and I really pride myself on actually providing for my people. So as far as relationship goes, some of them get treacherous, but I like to highlight the ones that's still flourishing. I like to highlight still flourishing. Loyalty is everything. I'm trying not to ruin that. And I appreciate the unwavering love and loyalty from my immediates.
Yeah, I mean, you touch on that a little bit right off the jump on the song If I Die Right Now. You even kind of compare your personal relationships to the connection that you feel with your fans. And you seem to almost imply that the love you kind of get from your fans at times may feel more authentic than the love you get from your people. Tell me about the connection you have to your fans and what feels so authentic about that.
I identify with them. We share the same struggles. We come from the same trenches. When they walk down on me, man, it just be so much love and it's so genuine. I could just feel it right off the bat. They be excited to see me. They quote lyrics, I'm saying, that mean the most to them. People getting out of jail, I'm saying, always let me know that I assisted them with getting through their hardship. I assisted them knocking down their time. And so that mean the world to me. I wouldn't care if I only had 4 listeners tuned in. I cater to them 4 listeners, and every time I see them, I'm gonna make sure I embrace them with the same love that they give me. It's only mandatory and right that I reciprocate it.
Yeah, and obviously the album is, thematically very heavy. You talk about a lot of like really intense emotional subjects, as I mentioned, but it also feels very like motivational. I'm curious what you want your listeners to kind of take away from the project as a whole.
I just want them to take heed. To the way we brought up. I wanted to, kind of like soothe their beautiful struggle. Let them know they not alone. We in this gangster shit together. And they might not artistically have a voice, and I tend to be that voice for them. You know, like I said, a lot of people identify with my struggles, and I think that's where our main connection is. And so yeah, I want to be the voice for the voiceless, man. I want to be able to get their point across. They can throw on the music and you can, it's the soundtrack to their life.
I'm curious, just going into your career a bit more as a West Coast artist, kind of coming into a Southern label with CMG. How have you felt now that you've been with them for a little bit? Did you feel supported in your transition in the label? And I'm curious, what about CMG's vision specifically, and I guess more specifically Yo Gotti's vision, kind of connected with you on the whole?
Yeah, I fuck with CMG heavy. I'm enjoying the transition. You know, they very supportive. You know, I love the camaraderie amongst the squad. Uh, them consistent meetings, them sit downs, just the plotting, planning, strategizing an album, having more hands on deck. I really enjoy it and appreciate it. I'm understanding in this music business that, you know, it take a machine to properly run the machine. You hear me? And you know, they've been assisting me in properly running it. I didn't get to really enjoy my last album due to my incarceration. So I'm excited to see how this one pan out.
Kind of going off that, you talk a little bit about your time in prison on the song Children of the Slums. What was it like to kind of have your momentum, I guess, interrupted and you were kind of forced to take this break when you went to jail? And how did you kind of readjust yourself to getting back on the grind when you came back?
It was lightweight discouraging, of course. I was enjoying myself. I was having fun. I was on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was lit. Life was lit. Fresh new deal, new money,
Mm-hmm.
and everything just came to a halt. And so I understand that I take full accountability. So for my rights and my wrongs. And so just being accountable, I understood what came with that. You know, I kind of knew what was gonna happen before the label. So I tried my best to transition, you know, in a positive manner. I tried to keep it down and not, you know, let everybody know that I had to go knock that down because I don't glorify doing jail time, and I'm not one to glorify my L's. I feel like that was a big L, but everything happened for a reason. I used it to my advantage. Sit down, reflect, scribble some new material, and here you have it, Children of the Slums.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, you could view it as an L, obviously, but it also kind of plays into what you were just talking about, like the motivational story that your fans really connect with. Like, you did come back and now you're back better than ever. Does it feel that way? Does it kind of feel like you're back better than ever?
Most definitely, most definitely clear-minded. Um, I was able to get my business in order. Um, Family. I got new crib, new project on the way,
Mm-hmm.
new money once more.
Hmm.
So, you know, and just coming from where I'm from, I feel like everything is a plus. Everything is addition. Everything is a gain. Uh, you know, I watched a lot of people fumble. Watched a lot of people lose their lives early on. Watched a lot of people go to jail, get washed. So for me to still be here in this present moment, most definitely better than ever.
Do you feel like you've made up for lost time at this point?
Nah, I wasn't really making up for lost time. If anything, for my children,
Right.
lost time with children. So I've been in the house lately, tucked off, kicking it with them, enjoying their presence. Just had a new baby.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
yeah, I'm just enjoying the family life. If it's anybody that I owe it to as far as making up lost time, I think it's them. And I've been on the righteous track with that.
You've talked a lot about your relationship with your kids and how your kids have, you know, kind of saved you from addiction and everything else. Tell me about fatherhood and when did it really click to you that this was something just different, that it was kind of carrying you in this different way that maybe you didn't experience prior to fatherhood?
I think when I went to jail for the first time when actually having my daughter, I think that was 2014.
Hmm.
And that kind of threw me off because I was just recently introduced to fatherhood and I had to go sit down. And in the midst of me sitting down, CPS got involved. So not only was I attending traditional court, I was also attending family court. And that was hard for me.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I felt like a failure. Not being able to talk to my daughter, not being able to watch her take her first steps, not knowing who had my daughter in their possession, not knowing if they was treating her fairly and justly. It was very hard for me, but that's where it really clicked. Like, I gotta get my shit together, like for real. I'm no longer just responsible for self. I'm responsible for an individual that, I want to see blossom. And so that's exactly what I did when I came home 2015. I got my shit together, got full custody of her, and just kind of like extended the family. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's one of the dopest things in the world. You could cut the rest of the world off and just tune it in, and I think you could live a complete happy life. If I just said fuck rap right now, fuck the trenches, the streets, and advocating for them, and standing up for that gangster, and I just pour myself into children and family life, I think it'll be a happily ever after story.
I'm curious then how, with this unbelievable passion you have now for fatherhood and everything you just said, when you go into the booth and you're making music, how do you kind of tap into that energy creatively? Does that, like you said, it could easily be fuck rap, all this stuff, but like I imagine you must get in the booth and be like, no, I gotta really rap now, like because it's not just about me, like you said.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But I think you always need a purpose behind passion. I'm very passionate about music. I've been doing it all my life. I really just I get a kick out of it. It's therapy for me. It gives purpose to me. And it financially contributes. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta make sure that I keep it lit. I gotta keep it lit. And I wanna make sure I also multiply this wealth and turn it into generational wealth for my young. So that's also a motivating factor. Just knowing that we got thus far. So what I look like quitting right now, man, when ain't no telling what we'll be in the next 10 years. You hear me? This has been a crazy 10 years for me.
Yeah.
This shit is crazy. And when I wake up and I look at my life and analyze it and examine it, it's like, damn, music have really done justice for me. Should really change my life.
Absolutely. I'm curious then, just going back to your relationship with CMG, because you said it was really a hands-on kind of experience. How did they help you kind of make that transition when you came back and you were ready to take that next step and level it up? How was Gotti helpful to you? How was the label helpful to you? Did they really help you follow through with that?
Gotti pull up on me. He come tweak on the music. Now outside of the music is almost important as music. The production of the music is almost important as music. The way we mix it, the transitions from tracks, and how having people that's legendary in that field tamper with it and touch it and put their little final touches on it, and just understanding the social media world and just the media world alone, and campaigning for an album, and how things is changing now. How you could just shoot a video with no edit, you know what I'm saying? Me put some words at the bottom of it and use it as a promotional tool. The rollout of the project, the expectations of it, how we can, pinpoint the geographics of who's fucking with me, and you know what I'm saying? Let's cater to them. The prisons, one of my biggest markets. Okay, well, let's find a way to release it to them a week early. You
Nice.
hear me?
Yeah.
And so, it's just a lot of good game-ism that come with them. The whole CMG camp, Slash Interscope, nothing but love.
Nice. What's some What's some words of wisdom you've gotten from Gotti that have really stuck with you over these years?
It's just watching a man's actions, you know, and demonstration, learning through demonstration. I think I learned more from him through demonstration. He recently lost his brother. You don't see him on the internet crying
Right.
and looking sympathy from the world, and it's just like I done lost so many of my loved ones that I get it, and just by watching his movements, it let me know that I'm moving in the right manner. Uh, didn't he just purchase or went in on a soccer team?
Yep.
Diversifying his portfolio. I'm super big on diversifying my portfolio, tweaking on different streams of income. And so just his hustle. Feel me?
Yeah.
He got that. He teach you rap hustle. If you could just pay attention, observe, tweak on the way he get out there and get it, the way he run his business. Yeah, I think more than anything, man, just following suit on that hustle muscle.
Yeah. Going back to the album just for a second, you said that there were a lot of features on there. How did you kind of whittle it down to the features you do have? Like, how did you figure out who made the cut?
The features I do have is soulful. So you got Eric Bellinger, you got Friday,
Mm.
and Children of the Slums is a soulful album. And so I kind of toned it down. Initially I was turned up. I wanted to turn the people up, so I had the T Grizzlies on there. You know what I'm saying? I had the Lola Brooks on there. I had the Polo G's on there. I was on some turned up shit, but after we found out like which direction we want to go with this album and what story we want to paint, I think the best way to paint it was for me to take over majority of the tracks, and that's what I did. And I left the features for like the hooks, the vibes, and my point across. So that's kind of how we did it. But I'm gonna make sure I double back with the features that I just recently named because they went yay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any chance that those songs see the light of day?
Hell yeah, we got to drop them. I got to double back with them. That's mandatory.
Nice. What else should people know about this album, man? It sounds like you put a lot into it. And yeah, what was your vision in terms of when you went back in and you decided to kind of turn things around and get rid of some features? How did the vision change like that? And what were you trying to execute with the project?
Once more, just trying to speak I mean, having a voice for the voiceless. Letting my niggas know that they thought about and they forgot about. A lot of these people that's on the cover of my album endured the beautiful struggle with me. They was rooting for me, whether behind bars or on the streets. And I just want to share this. I want to share this run with them. And so, I was finding a way to incorporate them in it. If you are children of the slums, I think even if you're not a children of the slums, you'll be able to resonate with this album. But I know what it's gonna do to the children of the slums. It's almost a product made specifically for them, by them. And so I just want them to extract the dope and kind of discard, whatever you feel that don't meet your criteria. So like, and I mean what I mean by that is like, let's just say a normal person who's not for all the cussing and the gang banging. Okay, well you can discard that, but take away them good jewels that I'm dropping in there. Take away the shit that's beneficial for your mentality or beneficial for your soul or soothing to your soul. And so that's it. I just want them to extract the good, discard the bad.
As a rapper and a hip hop fan, I assume you've been following the J. Cole and Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation. Do you have any thoughts on it as a rap fan and a rapper yourself?
Hell yeah, I think I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it like everybody else is.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting. I think it's very much needed for the culture. It's been a minute since we've seen something, where two artists is going back and forth. And, it's the same. I look at it as boxing. You want to see the best in the business box. You know, we look at it as football. You want to see the best in the business go to that Super Bowl. Same thing as basketball. I'm a Sacramento King. But hey, I don't give a fuck who in the championship. I'm watching it. You hear me?
Yeah, right.
So same thing for this hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for it. I would love to see it. I hope they carry it on. We competitors. Let's compete.
I guess in that regard, how do you feel about J. Cole's apology?
I think he had something on his chest that night and he had to get it off.
Right on.
Disrespectable. I think he's trying to make sure it stay in the lane of hip hop. He specifically said after the apology that he got his chin out. And if Kendrick want to touch it, it's available to him. And so I just feel like, he just want to make sure that it stays and remain hip hop. The media got a way of making this shit blow out of proportion and turn it into something that it ain't. And so I think he has a good understanding about that. And that was the whole purpose of that. But hip hop, man, I'm rooting for it.
Yeah. It seems like people wanted blood online. People were really kind of upset about Cole's apology and that they wanted blood. But to me, it all lined up with Cole's character, kind of making a choice like that and talking about his spiritual alignment. Like, that's kind of the person he's always been,
I agree. That's how I took it.
Do you feel that apologies are ever acceptable in rap? Because there's a lot of people that don't.
I think it's acceptable. I think as you mature. I don't think it's acceptable in gangster rap. I think you got to stand on that. Once you throw that out there, you got to stand on that.
So you think, in your realm, that there's no room for apology in the gangster rap realm?
Not in the gangster rap realm, because we go too far with it. Say
Right.
fuck your and your daughter.
Yeah, right.
Dead homies. You can't apologize for that. And so, it's not an apology that I would think one would accept after you disrespected my dad, somebody that I love dearly. So I feel like gangster rap, you can't apologize. But, in the lane that he's in, Kendrick and Cole, they leading by example. And so, it's more responsibility on them than it would be on me. You hear me? So I respect.
I guess in closing, man, what do you see? What's the next chapter for Mozzy looking like? What do you see for your future? And yeah, what's coming up?
I'm just trying to get some money and some more money. I'm just trying to get some money and some more money, man. Is we on the same time?
Yeah, right on. No, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just
2024, man, we're just trying to make some money and live a happy life.
That's it, man. And so outside of that, I'm a competitor, so I'm most definitely gonna continue to compete. I'm gonna continue to put out music. Until I'm not passionate about it no more. And I'm just trying to diversify my portfolio, tweak on different things, other streams of income, run up a crazy bag, take care of my children, be here for prom nights, you know what I'm saying, marriages, etc. And that's it, man. I'm just lucky to still be, if you ask me, man, I'm just lucky to still be here, man, alive in this present moment, free, financially stable, healthy, you know what I'm saying, and competing at top tier level. I can't ask for more.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it.